Today's episode of The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown is brought to you by Jennifer C. at HomeLifeCultureLink.com, Nino Simeka at MortgageGodfather.ca, and Jewelry Forever at JewelryForever.ca. Enjoy the show.
Broadcasting live from Glenmore Record Studios in Toronto, this is The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown, your Sunday morning talk show with interesting guests, live musical performances, and the most fun you can fit in your coffee cup. Hosted by Scott Dion Brown and Regina Elena, this is The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown.
Hello. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this week's episode of The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown. Hello. Welcome. This is episode 66. Is it 66?
I'm pretty sure it's 66.
Episode 66. And I'm your host, ladies and gentlemen, as always, the one, the only, Scott Dion Brown. Joined, as always, by the greatest co-host in the what? Ladies and gentlemen, we have a guest co-host today because the one and only Regina Elena is actually she's on vacation in the Philippines.
Yes,
so,
in the Philippines.
Hello, Regina. I'm not sure if you're able to tune in or not. I think she's very jet lagged. So
yes, so she might still be watching.
Yes, but so I'm joined by a very special co-host today, the one, the only, Taylor Brown. Hello, Taylor.
Hey, Scott.
Welcome.
Hi. Thank you for having me.
Welcome to the show.
I'm happy to be co-hosting this morning.
I'm very happy to have you. This is your second time on the show.
This is my second time. Long time listener, first time caller, I guess you can say.
Well, you've been on the
show,
but
not at all, really.
Yeah, but you've been on the show with Symphony of Nine.
Yes, I have been on as a guest, but never
as a co-host.
never as like basically running the show.
Well, you know what? This is legend. This is history because I've never had a guest co-host before.
This is true. This is like, mark your calendars.
What is the date today anyway? February 8th?
9th? Let's say it's the 9th.
Well, I'll say, it's the 9th.
Ooh,
it's the 9th.
Symphony of Nine.
9, see?
Oh!
See?
Crazy coincidence.
We plan these things.
Yes, we do.
And I think, let's bring in the guest. Let's bring in our guest right away.
Yes.
The guest is also no stranger to the show. He's, well, you're not on camera.
You're not on camera yet, guest? I mean...
Shoot. Well, I mean,
he was waving. He waved, but he's
I'm new to this whole thing, even though I've been here before.
Yeah. But our guest today is a legendary performer.
Yeah, that's a great word to describe, actually.
He's a drummer. He's you play guitar as well.
I do.
Multi-instrumentalist, singer.
Yeah, he's a musician.
In
every sense of the word.
And he's also, so he's in the band Silver Lining.
Yep.
You're in the band Siggy.
Yep.
And you also just do a lot of stuff.
I do. I dabble.
He's also a professional a trainer.
I just got certified as a personal trainer like 3 weeks ago.
Nice.
Well,
and
congratulations.
Thank you.
You're also a very good mixer of the cocktail.
I do. I make a mean drink.
And I guess I should put you on camera because I'm actually talking to you. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome, Garson Karrel.
Yo! What's up, everybody?
Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. I mean, as you said, it's not my first time on the show, and I think this is the third, actually. So I've been on with Silver Lining. I think I've been on with Siggy. So maybe this is number 3.
Have we been on Siggy? Have we been on with Siggy more than once?
I think it was twice. I do.
Because you've also been on with Silver Lining twice.
Have we? Oh, we have.
Because you remember? Because
you actually might be the most frequent guest on the sit down.
Yeah.
I think so.
No.
Now that I think about it,
that is such a huge blessing. I love coming on the show. I really do.
Yeah.
It's always fun when we get on here. We talk about, we come in, we're like, gosh, what are we going to talk about today? And then things just pop out of the blue.
Oh yeah, and it's like it's been 2 hours. Wow.
Yeah.
It's what, like we were just saying before we went on. It's like I love starting my Sunday this way with the sit down. You just sit down. You got your coffee. You got your tea. You're just having a nice chat with, I mean, it's just a great way to start the morning. So I must say, Regine, I miss you, and we're figuring it out here without you. But we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have fun.
I think in Regine's honor, we shost maybe just give a little Regine Elena.
Yeah, good call. Okay, I'll do the intro. And joined, as always, the best co-host in the galaxy,
Regine Elena.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely. So here we are, and it's episode 66, as we were saying.
Yes.
And we've got a lot to get to. The first thing I think I do want to get to, though, the first thing I should address is the incident that went down last week on the episode. So it was interesting. So we have Mike Brown in the chat saying, "Hey, you're live! Woohoo! Yes." And that's something to celebrate. And the reason it's something to celebrate is because, so if you happen to tune in last week and you were watching the show, thank you for doing that. You'll have noticed that we started a little bit late. We started about a half hour late. And the reason for that...
Yeah, what was the reason for starting the show 30 minutes late?
The reason is because we actually didn't start late. What we did is, so I'll tell you something here. Okay, so as you can see, people, we're live here. We're here on DLive. We're here on YouTube. We're here on Twitch, So just before we go live, there are two buttons, okay? There are two buttons that I have to hit, okay?
Only two.
Okay, yes. The first button is the record button, which records the show onto my hard drive. And you don't even necessarily have to push that button, but I'm in the habit of pushing because it's a good backup in case, we really needed it last week. But
correct.
The second button is the go live button. Okay? That's the second button that you push. That button, once you push it, that makes you go live.
That would make sense, yes.
Now, there's one other thing, though. One thing we also do is I also have the live chat opened, right? So that I can chat with people in the chat when I want to. Like, for example, right now, I can be like, hi. There, I just said hi in the chat, okay? Now, that's great, good, great, right? Now, here's the problem. The chat is always live. Even before we go live, you can actually type in the chat. And I'm kind of in the habit of doing that when the show starts, even before we go live, just to get people to, oh, hey, we're starting soon, So I did that before the show. I went, hello, or whatever I said.
Mm-hmm.
And then we started the show, and we had an amazing guest from The Handmaid's Tale, the amazing Nina Kiri was on the show last week. A fantastic, wonderful guest. And so I started the chat. I'm chatting, and some people chatted back. Good morning, Scott. Hi. And me and my so I hit what I thought was the go live button, but it was in fact the record button. And I thought we were live because people were talking to us in the live chat. So I was like, great, they're watching, we're here, And so we started chatting. We actually started right on time. We started at 11 a.m. I think sharp. We were right on time. And it was only about 27 minutes after chatting an amazing conversation with Nina Kiri that suddenly the chat starts going, hey guys, when's the show starting? Hey guys, is the show starting soon? When's the show starting? Is the show starting soon? And so finally, mid-conversation, I'm like, hey, people are asking if we're live. I'm like, what? We are live. Looking at the thing, I'm like, we're live. We've been live for 28 minutes. And then it clicked to me that
we're not live.
We were not live. I brought on a guest that I was very excited to have on. Fantastic guest. And we were broadcasting to nobody. We were just having a delightful conversation, me, Regina, Nina, for nobody but ourselves. But thank you so much to you people who had tuned in and asked, because we finally figured it out. We did jump online, and so to fix that, what I've done is I unlisted the original stream video, and I've re-uploaded now the full episode, including that first 30 minutes where we weren't live.
Oh, well, that's good at least.
Yeah.
So you can still enjoy the
Correct.
whole conversation.
And it was a good chat, and the thing is, it's you can actually see the moment where we realize we are not live, which is fun. And so it's all there now. So basically what I'm saying is, if you tuned in last week and you only watched the live show, you haven't seen the whole show yet. So go back to my YouTube channel and watch that first 30 minutes because it's fun. It's good. And so there anyway, now here we are. And this time, so now we were very, very careful to make sure we are live. And this time we are live. We're checking. We're live. Garson, we're live.
Live, check. Yep, we're live.
Live checking. Checking.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
And
we're
we're
live.
live. And we're live.
Wait, are we live?
Are we live?
Yeah, we're live.
I know.
I'm just joshing.
We're live. And you know what the interesting thing about it is, like, so I went through like a whole range of emotions last week because, so when it first happened, I was kind of like embarrassed, obviously, right?
Yeah.
I was especially embarrassed because it's like, I'm here having this conversation with this guest, and I'm trying to be like, yeah, this is a professional show, come on the show, and I was really excited, and she's on The Handmaid's Tale, and she's like the real deal, and I was just really excited, and she was so nice as well. She was so nice. And actually what was funny is, like, in my mind, she's like, oh my God, she thinks this is like not professional. She doesn't know. But I know she was totally cool with it. It was all in my head.
Yeah.
But I was still like embarrassed. But the amazing thing now is, like, now that I've watched that entire episode of, like, I rewatched it, right? You can see me, you see my emotional, like, it's like I'm all energized and excited and the show's going great. And then you can actually see, like, I'm all quiet and I'm stumbling over my words, like, through that middle part. And then you see Regine and Nina, they notice. And they're kind of like Nina, you seem like, Scott, you're like shell shocked or something. And I'm like, I know I am. It's like, so then you see me like all like quiet, and then I slowly come back. And so now it's like, it's kind of my favorite episode now because you see me go through this roller coaster of emotions. That was,
People
anyway.
do like roller coasters.
Apparently they do.
I mean, and a lot of people love your personality, and so seeing you kind of in that anxious moment, they're like, oh my God, he feels anxiety just like me, where there's a bond there.
Exactly.
It makes you human.
It's real. You're right. I mean, it was, and I was really like, it was funny to me at the time, but it was also just a little embarrassing, because it's that thing where you, like, I put a lot of work into this show, painting the walls.
Looks gorgeous.
Thank you. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful new paint job. You know what I mean? So you want to make it's like you work on something to try to make it look pro, and then I just don't like that moment where it almost feels like when people watch it and they go, oh, does this person not know what he's doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's one of those things. So, it was a learning experience, but there we are. So here we are live, and so check out that episode. It's great, and thank you, Nina Curie, for being so cool about it and being just a great guest. So here we are. Garson.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm really good. I mean, I'm always in such a great mood when we're on the show, and we had a nice chat on the way over here in the car too, and just kind of the ball's rolling.
The ball is rolling.
It is rolling, and it's like a snowball going down a hill. It just keeps getting bigger and bigger, and it's nice.
It is nice.
So, I mean, I'm super stoked that it's the three of us today.
Uh-huh.
I love Regine Regine. I smoothed out your G a little bit.
Oh,
My word. But there's a lot of like excitement leading up to today. We've been on before, and Scott's always like, man, you got to come back on and like make a cocktail and
Yes.
blah, blah, blah. And today we're doing it.
That's right. So yeah, as you can see, in fact, we should probably get this part of the show started so that we can enjoy it.
Sure.
As you can see, guys, in front of Garson here, there's a whole collection of accoutrements.
We've got a little, fresh mint.
Some fresh mint.
Some crunchy cucumber.
We got some concombras there, some crunchy concombras. We've got a whole collection of goodies.
That's right. So
because you are, I mean, people don't know, you're quite a skilled bartender.
That's right.
Tell us a little bit about what are we doing here today?
So you asked me to bring a couple cocktails on. It shouldn't be a difficult question, but I mean, I kind of go through drinks like the season. So I'm just kind of in the mood for one thing for a couple of months, and I drink the hell out of it until something else sort of catches me. And so I kind of had a difficult time at first boiling down like what drinks I wanted to make. But one of them, I guess I've been making the Pimm's Cup for a long time. It first got introduced to me when I started bartending maybe 5 or 6 years ago at Bar Chef. I was working with a dude named Brett Paulin, and one day he made a Pimm's Cup for somebody, and he muddled orange wedges with cucumber and mint and topped it up with some ginger beer. Like, it's just extremely fresh and delicious. And I mean, it just immediately when I saw what was going into it, I was like, oh, I could drink one of those. I was working at the time, obviously. So it caught my eye a long time ago. And ever since, I've been making Pimm's Cup for people, and I rarely make it for someone and don't see them kind of go, oh. They're usually surprised because most people haven't tried Pimm's before. So I'll hold this up for the camera, try and get it in nice and close. Yeah. Maybe I'll try and find a spot where you can read it.
Yeah, it's a little washed out, but it's okay. It says Pimm's. Pimm'. I have never had Pimm. Have you had Pimm's before, Taylor?
I actually haven't. So if I recall, isn't that actually served in like a chalice?
Yes.
It's served in a chalice.
So this drink especially always comes in a chalice, and if you don't have any chalices on hand, then you probably should just wait for another day. So happens that we do have chalices on hand today.
This is, you know why? I mean, if there was ever any doubt before, this is a fancy program.
This is a very fancy program.
This is a fancy
there
show.
is no expenses are not a thing.
Exactly. We go all out here today.
This set costs $10 million.
$10 million and counting. We dropped another.
It goes up all the time.
We dropped half of that today in preparation for this
easily.
Episode. So Garson, what? Please tell us what goes into a Pimm's Cup.
Let's just get rolling on it, shall we?
Let's do it.
Let's do this.
I mean, maybe my headphones are going to go with me all the way over to the bar here, but I'm just going to scooch over.
Yep.
Okay, y'all. So, Pimm's Cup. You make 2 at a time. So Pimm's is like our base alcohol in this. It's what's given us a lot of the flavor and doing a lot of the work.
Okay.
And we're gonna add some fresh lemon, some simple syrup. But for starters, for one cocktail, you want at least between 1.5 ounces and 2 ounces of Pimm's.
All right.
So we're gonna go 2 ounces.
Good call.
Yeah, you gotta go big.
Yeah. I mean, it's Sunday. We're on the sit down, and we're not getting up soon. So
this is true.
So we've got our Pimm's in there. I've got 2 in there because I can make about 2. I can make about 2 cocktails in this glass here.
Sweet.
And we're hand squeezing our lemons today. And if you've done this before, you know it's a lot easier if you stick a fork in there and kind of twist it around.
I did not know that.
I had no idea.
Really? Yeah. So this is an easy trick for.
So for people listening on Spotify, Garson is he has stuck a fork. He's cut a lemon in half, stuck a fork in there, and then he sort of twists the lemon around the fork. Around
That's it.
As he squeezes, and it makes all the juice just pour out of there into that Pimm's.
Just busting out
of that lemon into the Pimm's there.
That's it.
Yep.
And I won't lie, I did give the lemons a little roll first to
before you cut it
to make them a little extra juicy. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just a quick little.
It's the little tricks that make everything that much sweeter.
And so here's another kind of little factoid for making drinks. Half a lemon is enough for one cocktail. It's about 1 ounce of lemon juice.
Oh.
So
you're squeezing a whole lemon in there because you're making enough for 2 at the moment.
Nailed it.
Wonderful.
Yep. So we've got a whole lemon in here. I squeezed it around the fork to make it a little easier for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Now I've got some simple syrup here, and I had a brainwave actually. I was drinking my tea this morning as a little kind of intra cocktail story, and I had a chamomile tea. And as I was drinking the tea, I guess my brain kept flashing between cocktails and what I was reading. And I was like, what would go good with chamomile? Maybe a bit of licorice, like pastis. And it just so happens that in the Sazerac, we're going to be rinsing the drink with this kind of absinthe. It's called Herb Saint, but it tastes like licorice.
Oh,
and I was like,
lovely.
Maybe I'll just throw a chamomile tea bag in this simple syrup that I'm going to use for our cocktail today and add just another hint of complexity. So,
my goodness.
Not to digress any further, but we've got a bit of chamomile in the simple syrup. We're going to add 1 ounce of simple syrup. Generally, if you don't know what to do and you're making a cocktail, equal parts sour and sweet, and you're going to be okay. But you could ask your guest, yo, do you like it a little sour? Do you like it a little sweet? And then from there, add a little bit of both. Or, I mean, add a little bit of one or the other to kind of suit their taste a little bit more.
Makes sense.
Right?
Interesting.
So we're going to take some cucumber now. About 4 slices for 1 drink. So I'm going to be taking 8.
Very nice.
And you want to muddle it in the bottom of your tin. I forgot like a good muddler today, but you can take just about anything in the kitchen that's got a bit of a flat end on it and just kind of get in there.
Just kind of just mush. You're just giving it a little mush, right?
I'm
just
mushing it
up
a little bit.
Give it a little squishy.
One of the good things is we're going to shake it on ice, so a lot of the mushy is going to happen when we shake it.
Okay, I gotcha.
So it's no big deal if you don't hammer every last ounce of cucumber out by squishing it.
It's just getting it going.
We're just getting her going a little bit. And I put a little bit of my cocktail in there. It's kind of like if you're dissolving sugar. If you're making hot chocolate, you know how you add like a little bit of hot water to the cocoa to make
To make it
I see. Yeah.
so it's not just powder everywhere.
So you poured a little
There
bit
we
of the Pimms and lemon juice and stuff in there. Okay,
That's
got
right.
it.
That's
Got it.
right.
To muddle it up.
We're going to add some mint. I mean, about 1 sprig is going to be okay for 1 cocktail. And you don't have to muddle this too much. Just smacking it off my hand is enough to kind of expose the essential oils. And you'll see, like, maybe in classy videos, like the bartender's making a mojito and he's just kind of slapping the mint.
Yeah.
You're like, why is he doing that?
It smells lovely.
You don't need to muddle it very much to get the essential oils out.
It just starts to kind of come to the surface right away.
Yeah, and again, we're going to shake it on ice, so a lot of that's going to happen in the tin.
Lovely.
Okay, so we've got all our ingredients in the tin. Pimm's, simple syrup, lemon juice, cucumber, mint.
Added some ice.
We did. I add a nice handful of ice. I also like to prep my glass before I pour the cocktail. The reason being, you don't want the finished cocktail resting in the tin on ice too long. It can dilute if you're, say, fidgeting with garnishes or grabbing ice or whatever it is. It's a small detail, but occasionally when I'm serving people drinks, I'll really take my time making a nice one. And they do like to, at the end of the day, they kind of like to see it served up kind of promptly. They're eager to kind of get in there.
Of course.
I see.
So having everything kind of ready like this.
It just looks better to like, so you do the shake and then it's just right into the glass.
Bam.
Bam. That's
I'm going to toss some cucumber in the glasses for garnish. So when you're in there, there's some beautiful things floating around. Maybe you're smelling the aroma of cucumber as well.
I always appreciate when there's extra stuff in my glass because then I can eat it.
You can eat it right after.
Totally. Okay, so our glasses are ready. Our cocktail's ready. I just smacked that together. You can tell they're smacked together properly because you've got this kind of oblong. It was a perfect circle. The tin was kind of like circular. But when I smack this on here, when they adhere together, they come together on an angle, and you can tell you're pretty well sealed.
He's giving that a shake, giving that a good shake.
Yep. And you don't want to shake too long. Obviously, you do want to chill the cocktail, and you want a little dilution going on. There's a little bit of muddling happening with the mint and the cucumber. And you know you've pretty well done it when the bottom of when the metal tin is well chilled. And I don't know if you guys can see that. There's a little, maybe not. But there's a little bit of like condensation building up.
Oh yeah, I see that. Yeah.
The tin's chilled.
Cool. And a shout out JT Arda 180819. That's a very long name. But hello on DLive. Thank you for tuning in. We're making some cocktails here with Garson Karrel. So thank you for tuning in. And he is now pouring. So you're pouring that through like a, what is that?
It's a fine strainer.
A fine strainer.
It's a fine
Tiny
strainer.
little hits. So any of that like mint, tiny pieces of mint, tiny pieces of cucumber that got kind of mushed up, I don't really want them in your drink. I don't want you kind of like drinking it like really pulpy orange juice.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. JT Arda, it is very nice. He's making us a very lovely, a Pimm's cup this is called, right?
Yes. A Pimm's cup.
Lovely.
And we're going to top it up with some ginger ale. You could use ginger beer too if you had that kicking around the house or you want a little extra spice because ginger beer's just kind of got a bit of extra slap on it.
Yep. But we are using the Canada Dry ginger ale. Canada Dry.
And speaking of slapping, you should make sure you slap like now.
Oh, I like that.
Little Little Davey 504 there for you.
Oh, and he's adding his stuff. JT Arta says, very nice. He doesn't have Instagram. That's okay. You don't have to have it. We're here on D Live, JT. It's okay. We're making drinks here on D Live. I think because I had your Instagram flash up there for people to see.
Oh, you did my Garson Karrel or my Buddy Drums.
I put the Garson Karrel one up for now.
Nice.
We'll get the Buddy Drums up in a little bit. But,
just to interrupt for a second, so we poured the cocktail and we topped it up with 2 ounces of ginger beer, or ginger ale, whatever you got.
Gotcha.
And then just to finish it off, a nice little mint sprig.
Look at that.
Oh wow, that looks lovely.
And
I mean,
salud.
Look at.
Thank you, sir.
Enjoy, guys.
Now, do you want us to do? Are you going to make yourself one, or do you?
I am. I'll make
Well,
one right now.
Should we wait before we
we'll
sip?
wait.
Or do you-
We'll wait.
We'll wait.
Okay, I can
We'll
make
wait.
this one fast.
We can't. You can't.
I want us to
rush
cheers.
things.
I want us to cheers together.
Exactly.
And so Garson is quickly whipping up his second one. And while you're doing that, Garce, why don't you tell us a little bit about so we can get it up there. So you you're a drummer, but you also teach drumming as well. You're
I
a
do.
professional-
I do. I started teaching drumming a year ago. And it's going really well, actually, especially in this, now that it's kind of been a 1-year anniversary. I think the universe has just been noticing that things that I'm working hard as a drum teacher. And a lot of people have been contacting me on Kijiji. I work a lot with beginner drummers, which is really nice because you get to see people. It's always...
Oh, you get to see the progression.
Yeah, it's a really big progression.
Absolutely.
Really big, from like nothing to playing their first rock beat, and it doesn't really take that long.
Exactly.
It really doesn't, because drums has just got this innate sort of primal kind of thing going on. We all kind of know how to beat our hands on stuff.
Yep.
And we all feel that. So you give someone just a little bit of structure and a little bit of instruction, like how to hold a stick, how to kick a drum, how to kick a pedal. And they can bang out a rock beat no problem, and you just kind of see this light go on for them because they've never done it before, and they've kind of always seen people like the drummer back on the kit. They're like boom, zee, gazzy, boom. They're like, that looks sweet.
Yeah.
And it is sweet, and they can do it no problem at all.
And so if you're in the Toronto area and you would like to get some, you want to pick up the drums as Garson does some shaking up, I'm going to throw up here. This is where you can get in touch with Garson for some drum lessons. Garson Karrel, performer and teacher.
Great photo.
So you can reach out to him on buddy.drums, buddee.drums on Instagram, or you can give him an email at gkarrel, GKARREL @live.com. And if you're in the Toronto area, come on over. JD Arda in the chat asking, how does it taste? We don't know yet. We are going to let you know. Just Garson is he's just pouring his drink into this glass, and then we're going to sip them together, and we'll let you know exactly how it tastes, JT. Because I am very curious. It looks amazing.
It looks fantastic.
Look at that color. Look at the
little garnishes in there and everything like that.
I mean,
like
it's like here on a summer's day. We're just here on a summer's day here in the dead of winter.
Yes.
Just a beautiful, wonderful thing. And Alihan Satmaz is now following. Thank you for following. Thanks a lot. Hey, and I think he's the man behind. He raided our channel over the Christmas time and brought a whole bunch of people over. So shout out to you, man. Thank you so much. And we're about to enjoy a delicious Pimm's cup. Garce is just adding his ginger ale into the drink, and then it'll be time. It'll be time here.
We'll be fine.
How you doing?
Okay, lads, let's
good?
cheer. Yeah.
All
Hi,
right,
boys.
cheers.
Salud.
There we go.
Pimm's cup and a Pimp's cup.
Pimm's cup and a Pimm's cup.
That is lovely.
I mean, would you have 2?
I'd have 5.
Right?
That's delicious.
That's very nice.
It should come by the pitcher. Mm-hmm. Don't bother serving it in a glass.
Ooh.
I could drink a pitcher of this.
Oh, easily.
It's I love it. So as you take the sip, as you sip it,
It's
you get a whole like smell of the mint, you know, and it's nice and sweet. Mm-hmm. It's just
It's a good drink. I mean, like I said, I can't remember a time where I made that for somebody and they went, it's not for me.
yeah. Like if I made that for someone and they were just like, yeah,
I tell them
like,
I tell them to leave.
what's wrong? Like what's wrong with you?
I'd be like,
do you not enjoy good drinks?
Yeah, exactly. No, this is.
That's great.
Well, I'm glad you like it, guys.
You know what I love? It's like you take the first sip,
It's
And,
refreshing.
Yeah.
It's very refreshing.
Yeah, and
Yes.
the aftertaste, like you get a bit more of the mint afterwards, so it's almost like there's this complex journey.
It is.
It's
You got to make sure that you breathe in, you inhale with your nose as you take a sip, and it's just minty freshness.
yeah. The entire experience is a pleasurable one.
Yes, that is quite nice. And that's how I think you want most experiences to be. You want them to be
Correct.
pleasurable. You don't. No one wants a non-pleasurable experience.
So, like, if you're maybe not sure what to serve somebody and you just want to ensure that they have a pleasurable drink, you, again, can't go wrong here, I think.
Yes.
Wintertime, summertime, warm.
Anytime.
Right? I think so.
I mean, it's minus
There you go.
25 outside. I'm on a beach.
Exactly. This
I'm
is
on a beach.
It
Very
is
refreshing.
And it is one of those drinks where I take a sip and I just have to.
Oh,
Yeah, I think
absolutely.
I've done that. I think I've done that a few
it's-
times already.
It's like that old Coca-Cola commercial. Do you guys remember that?
Oh yeah, when you're like,
Where it's just
delightful.
Of course, for some reason, the one that popped into my head though was like the old Batman one.
Batman.
Remember with like Alfred, like the Michael Keaton Batman, and they had
Oh,
they
yeah.
had a Coca-Cola commercial.
That's right. Did you ever
I
see
don't
that one?
remember that
The
one.
original
Oh.
'90s Batman, where Batman is in the Batmobile, right? And he's
Yes.
driving around, and he's like talking with Alfred on the on like the radio
bat
or whatever,
phone?
bat phone. And I can't remember what it's about, but Alfred.
It's like he was looking for Coca-Cola, and he was like, "So we don't have any left." But Alfred had like one left.
Yeah, and so it cuts to Alfred. Alfred at the end of the commercial, he's like pours himself a Coke, and he just like. I forgot about that. Yeah, the classic. He was a good Alfred. That
He
Alfred.
was. It's just, like many things, the movie sadly got worse as he was Alfred.
That's true.
He actually went through a lot of Batmans.
Because he was the one who stuck through. Like we lost the Batmans.
Yes.
But he was consistently Alfred through all 4 films. Alihan Satma says he loves Coca-Cola, and you know what? I enjoy a nice refreshing Coke.
Oh, hello, Greg.
Greg Nagara, hey
Yeah.
guys.
Hey.
Hello, Greg.
What's up, Greg? Cheers.
Cheers. We've just Garson has made us a Pimm's cup, which has Pimm's in it.
Yeah.
And it's in a cup.
So for anyone who's still curious what Pimm's is, hold on, I know there's a description on here. James Pimm opened his first oyster bar in the city of London in 1840.
Love oysters.
Pimm's is still made to the original recipe, which is a closely guarded secret known only to 6 people.
Really?
Wow.
And they're not kidding about that because the ingredients are gin, sugar, color, and herbs.
So they don't say what color
So they don't say what the color or the herbs.
or the herbs.
Interesting.
That's the secret.
So if you were interested in what's in Pimm's, we're not telling you.
What do you think's in Pimm's? Let us know in the chat.
All I know is that it's delicious,
It's very delicious.
It is, yeah.
Yes.
especially when made into a cup.
Honestly.
Oh, I should get some a couple announcements. Oh wait, you know what? Let's get the ads out of the way, and then we're gonna come back with a couple announcements.
Sure.
And yeah, because I want to try to do last episode. Actually, no, last episode we did do the ads, but it was much later in the episode because the whole episode started later. So I want to make sure that we do get those done. So, ladies and gentlemen, today's episode, this very special episode of the Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown, was brought to you by the following wonderful advertisers who made this show possible, guys.
And who made this show possible, Scott?
Well, I'll tell you. Taylor,
Yeah.
you remember you're filling in Regine's role, right?
Oh, right. Right. Okay.
Do you
Yeah.
want to find out what your home is really worth?
Yes. What is my home worth, Scott?
Are you buying or selling a home?
I'm both buying and selling a home.
Oh, what are the odds? Well, in that case, Taylor, Jennifer C.
Whoa.
Realtor at Home Life Culture Link is here to help. Call or text Jennifer today at 647-403-8887. Don't deal with just anyone. Speak to a professional. Jennifer C. at Home Life Culture Link. To see her current listings, visit homelifeculturelink.com. The Mortgage Godfather is here to give you advice with any mortgage needs you may have. And he will shop to find you the best mortgage. Nino Mecca, mortgage agent. He'll give you an offer you can't refuse. I appreciate that you guys are laughing because Regine's heard that so many times that she doesn't find it funny.
She just like,
but it's new to you guys. Yeah. It's new to you guys. So he'll give you an offer you can't refuse. So find out more at mortgagegodfather.ca or call 905-604-6955. And it was brought to you by Jewelry Forever. Conveniently located at CF Markville Shopping Center on 5000 Highway 7 East Markham. They do custom-made jewelry. There's Jerry right now making some custom-made jewelry. They do repairs and they change watch batteries, all done on site. They've got a beautiful selection of items. You're sure to find something special for the special person on your list. And we have an amazing deal going right now. If you tell them Scott and Regine sent you, you're going to get 15% off your purchase. 15% off. Ladies and gentlemen, Valentine's Day is coming. You need to get something nice. That's the place to do it. Jewelry Forever. There's Regine right now. She's amazed by the deal with a giant ring on her finger. Ladies and gentlemen, get in touch with them. Jewelryforever.ca, or you give them a call at 905-474-3837. But if you're in the Markham area, head on over to Markville Mall. Tell them Scott and Regine sent you and enjoy 15% off. And of course, if you'd like to advertise on the show, get in touch at radioshowad@gmail.com and get in touch. We're going to have a wonderful time. And it's a great way to reach an audience. The ads are live, which means we can customize the ads week to week. If you have a sale, if you have an event specific to any date, you can let us know, and we can let your potential clients know as well. So get in touch, radioshowad@gmail.com. And we're back. We are back.
We're back.
We're back with the legendary Garson Karrel.
Ooh.
Hello.
Such a pleasure to be here.
Glad you're here, buddy.
I honestly can't say that enough times.
We're just enjoying some Pimms, enjoying some company, and just
it's just good stuff all around.
And just hanging out. And I wanted to make a couple announcements. Just things that have happened that I want to shout out people and let them know. First off, shout out to the Toronto Raptors. I don't know if you guys heard this, but with their win the other day, they now have 14 consecutive victories. They've won,
which is incredible.
They have now tied the record for the longest win streak by any Canadian franchise. They are now tied with the Calgary Stampeders for no Canadian franchise in sporting Canadian history has won 14 in a row.
So whether that be NHL or
none of them.
None of them.
Yep. The only ones who have had 14 wins are the Calgary Stampeders in the CFL.
My word.
And the Toronto Raptors. I mean, it's funny because I first wrote down 12 because when they hit 12, that was a franchise record for the Raptors. But now that they've hit 14, now they've broken that record, and now they're in Canadian sporting history now, tied with the Calgary Stampeders. So one more win, they're going to be alone there. They're going to pass them. So the Raptors have been amazing.
Pretty neat.
So that's fun. Shout out to Raptors. Raptors Nation. Go Raptors go. Also, a huge congratulations to Girl Power. I don't know if you guys know Girl Power were guests on the show. They've been on the show a couple times.
Okay, so I do know.
Girl group, great.
I mean, I watched the show. So.
Well, yeah, that's right. Exactly. You've seen them. They came on here a couple times. They performed live. Well, they have been nominated for a Juno Award.
No.
Yes. Whoa. Congratulations to Girl Power.
Girl Power.
They have been nominated for the Juno in Children's Album of the Year for their album This Is Us.
Amazing.
Cool.
Yeah. Amazing.
Very cool. Good job, guys.
Yeah. So congratulations. And you know who else is nominated in that category? Sharon and Bram.
Really?
Yeah, you guys know who they are?
Yes.
Right? Well, because they're growing up. You know, obviously, Sharon, Lois, and Bram.
Well, what happened to
what happened to Lois?
Lois passed away, sadly. A few years ago.
Oh, okay. So it's it's still sad.
They're continuing the tradition, though,
Correct.
and that's nice.
But they're still slapping.
That's the thing. I didn't know
they're still slapping.
I didn't know they were still making music, and because they were a huge part. You guys obviously know the Skinnamarink
dinky dink,
Skinnamarink doo. I love you.
Yeah. That one is so anyway, they seeing their name and
that's
brought some
that's a
memories.
classic. That's like a 30-year-old song.
Yeah.
The Elephant Show.
And do you also remember the episode where they would do the like fake hands thing where one person would put their hands behind their back, and then someone would be hiding behind them, and they'd come around with their hands,
And they would be the hands?
yeah, and they do like wacky ass stuff. They'd be like, okay, I'm just gonna pick up this bottle, and then the other person's hand would come through and just go, oh god,
They were, they were wonderful childhood memories.
Oh, it's good stuff.
Them and Fred Penner was another one.
Yeah.
Do you remember Fred Penner? He was the guy. His episode, I think his was usually after the elephant show, and his always start. He has like a big backpack on, and he's like hiking through the woods. In his episode, so it's like I can't remember the theme song, but he's walking through the woods with his backpack, and then there was like this hollow log, and he always sticks his backpack in, and then he climbs into the log, and then he comes in the other side, and that's like when the show starts.
I remember this, but don't remember this.
Fred Penner.
Like, the name's familiar.
He had a beard. He had a
that
beard.
all
He had like
sounds familiar.
In fact, you guys both. He had a beard like your guys' beards. Fred Penner. I think you'll recognize him. You'll recognize him if you see him.
Oh, absolutely.
And I remember one time, years and years later, I was at some event at Casa Loma, and Fred Penner was like the musical guest, and I was all starstruck. I was like, "It's Fred Penner! It's Fred Penner!" Anyway, so Fred Penner. But yeah, Sharon, Lois, and Bram. And Sharon and Bram are still making music. I don't know if they're still touring or.
Hang on. So is Girl Power up against?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, they are.
That's a toughie.
That's the thing. I mean, girl. Yeah. So, in fact, yeah. So I ended up hijacking Girl Power's announcement by talking about Sharon and Bram. But congratulations, Girl Power. It was just cool to see Sharon and Bram
really cool.
there, and there they are now. On a list with those two, which is
They're
pretty
up with
amazing.
those legends.
Yeah. Which in itself is like,
That's an accomplishment
that's
in
massive.
itself, really.
Yeah. So congratulations once again, Girl Power, on your Juno nomination.
Go Girl Power.
Go Girl Power. Congrats.
Next announcement is I guess it relates to Garson and me as well as Siggy.
Yes.
Because there's a gig coming up.
Yeah.
February 22nd, Siggy Music. Garson on drums, me on the keyboard, Siggy on the lead vocals and the guitar, along with the rest of the band, horns, Greg Nagara, who was in the chat, he's going to be there.
I'm gonna be there too.
Taylor will be there, not in the band, but he'll be at the bar enjoying
I'll be
a
at the bar,
Pimm's cup.
maybe having a Pimm's
Enjoying
cup.
a Pimm's cup.
A Pimm's cup.
February 22nd at Lee's Palace.
Really excited to be playing at Lee's Palace.
Yeah, that's gonna be. Have you played there before?
No.
Oh, it's a fun venue.
It's a beautiful.
It is a very fun venue.
We played
It's,
there.
cool. It's good stuff. Isn't there like a taco place, and like built into the front of it?
Was it
if I recall?
burritos? It might be burritos.
Burrito place.
Great
yeah.
venue, legendary venue. It was in Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Yes,
Lee's
that
Palace
is
was
Love
that is
that movie.
correct.
And we played there. We did our CD release party there a few
Yeah,
years ago.
we've played there a few times.
Yeah.
It's fun stuff.
Stage is nice and big. The sound is great. So get on out there. February 22nd. Come see us. It's a Saturday night. I believe tickets are available now. Look up Siggy on Facebook or Instagram or whatever. Siggy Music, Siggi, and get tickets. February 22nd. It's fun. We just had a rehearsal the other day.
We did. Sounded great. The
Yeah.
horns. I mean, we spend a lot of time tightening up everything. Like, I mean, yourself, myself, sort of some of the more, I want to say, pillars of the sound sometimes. Just the ones and the twos, the threes, the fours. Know what I'm talking about?
Just a bit of the ones and the twos, the one ands.
I mean, sometimes you have to make sure you even hit the four. It's really complicated stuff, guys. But when you get the horns in there on top, the auxiliary percussion, like when Greg gets in the mix, when the horns get in the mix,
It's
good stuff.
gonna be amazing.
the sound
good
really
stuff.
it levels up.
I love it because we don't always play with the horn section because sometimes simply put that the venues can't accommodate such a huge band.
Yeah, your guys' band is a little big.
It is big and it
It's a
fluctuates
little-
in size.
it's
I mean,
like sometimes I've seen it with like only half the band there, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And I've seen the full band, and I'm like, this half you guys are standing on the floor with the crowd.
it's a large yes. So
Yeah.
what's great is the Lee's Palace stage. It's plenty big enough. It's gonna be wonderful. I love when the horn section is so. It adds such another level.
It's just another layer of sound.
It classes it up a little bit as well.
It does.
Just,
See, but one thing that is really great though, especially since you guys do have such a large band, is it's playing the smaller venues where that's how you get the sold out gigs.
that's true.
You have like, when half of the band is with the
filling
audience,
venue.
that's half sold out.
The venue only holds 20 people.
And then you have
12.
eight
You put
or
12 people on the stage. you've already almost more than
You're almost
half
at
the venue is
capacity.
sold
You're
out.
almost at capacity. Like that's
the trick.
that's the trick. Small venues.
Wasn't it?
It was Flight of the Conchords.
Flight of the Conchords.
It's like the sold out van gig.
Yeah, they played a van gig
The van gig, and it was their best show ever.
because it was sold
It
out.
was sold out.
Small venues. And then they also played an elevator. Remember they played the
Yeah,
elevator
they played the
gig?
elevator gigs.
In an office building, so like people would come in and like dance while the two of them were in there in the elevator. Did you watch? Have you watched Flight of the Conchords?
The rhymenoceros and the hippopotamus.
Hippopotamus.
Holy smokes.
My lyrics are bottomless.
Yeah.
Silence.
I love those guys. Yeah. My lyrics are bottomless. Love those guys. Anyways, so February 22nd, people, come out to Lee's Palace. We'll all be there. Taylor will be there as well. And
I'll be signing autographs and stuff like that. So
Exactly.
all you guys come on down.
come say hello, and it's going to be fun. We're going to dance.
Yeah.
We're going to party. And you know what? Actually, I think speaking of dancing, I think this is something that I should bring up, and this is a good time to do it because I've got most of my Pimms in me as well, which is good. Siggy recently released a new single titled "Better Man," and awesome song. It's on his YouTube channel right now, and I believe it's on all fine digital retailers everywhere for sure. I believe, but it's also on YouTube. And in concert with that release, he's trying to do something fun, trying to do something good, trying to do something nice. He started something called the Better Man Challenge. Have you guys heard of this?
I've heard, yeah.
The Better Man Challenge. So on the occasion of his latest single, Better Man, Siggy has teamed up with Healing in Harmony, which is an organization that supports Sick Kids Hospital.
Oh.
And I believe, let me see, I wrote it here. Healing in Harmony, they directly support the Child Life Department at Sick Kids Hospital. And so he's partnered with them so that through music we can make a little difference. So the challenge is very easy. Something you might already do every day. All you have to do is dance to the music. So what we're going to do is you dance to the chorus of his song Better Man, and then post a video of ourselves doing it using the hashtag Be a Better Man and the hashtag Healing in Harmony, and also tag Siggy Music and tag Healing in Harmony in your video, and then nominate somebody else to do the challenge. And then, of course, as well, you can make a donation to Healing in Harmony to support the Child Life Department. So I thought, you know what, guys? Maybe we should do the Better Man Challenge.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
Absolutely.
I think we should. Okay, everybody. So
So you mean like right now?
right now we're gonna do the Better
Okay,
Man
right
Challenge.
now we're gonna do the Better Man Challenge.
So first thing we need to do is, hang on, we need to bring up our hashtag here. Bam.
There you go.
Be a Better Man,
Nice.
Healing Harmony. Hey, Garson.
Nice.
Hey, Garson, you want a hashtag?
Absolutely.
Bam. There you go.
Huge.
You got yourself a Be a Better Man, Healing in Harmony. And okay, guys. You know, there's only one thing left to do here. We got to dance a little bit here through the chorus. So, guys, this is the Better Man Challenge. So grab your Pims. Oh, you already
gulped
down
it.
Yeah,
my Pims.
mine's pretty much.
Gulp.
Okay, well, that's okay. We're just going to dance. So, guys, this is how you do it. It's a fun little challenge to do. Nominate somebody, do a little dance, hashtag Be a Better Man, hashtag Healing in Harmony. You guys ready for this?
Yeah,
I'm ready.
Who are we going to nominate, or do we wait till the end?
We'll nominate somebody after.
All right, we're gonna.
All right, ready, guys? We're going to dance?
Be a better man.
Here we go. Here it comes.
You need it.
Well, and that's all it is, people. That's all you got to do
To be a
better man. So hashtag Be a Better Man, hashtag Healing in Harmony, and we're going to tag those people in it, and make a little donation to Healing Harmony, and you too can be part of the Better Man Challenge. Well, that was just, I got to say though, I feel like people who just saw that, they might be intimidated by our dance moves.
Oh, yeah.
Well, no one can dance better than that.
Yeah, so I don't know if.
So you're welcome, Siggy.
Yeah, you're welcome. Oh, we got to nominate somebody. I know who we're going to nominate. You know who we should nominate? I nominate Latin Train.
Oh.
Yes.
There you go. I nominate Latin Train.
Oh.
So-
Greg, Carla, I want to see you break out. I want to see you really lay it down.
Yep. Oh, Holly Pie in the Yas.
Yas,
Holly.
Yas. So, yep, that was it. The Better Man Challenge, and Greg and Carla and Nelson too, if you can grab him. Get him in there. We got to see you guys dancing for the Better Man Challenge, and I will be on behalf of the show making a donation to Healing in Harmony. Well, that was fun, guys. Did you enjoy the Better Man Challenge?
I did.
I did. It was great. That really woke me up.
It did.
It really woke me up.
Garce, so your Pims is gone.
Yeah, I'm Pimmless.
His Pims is gone.
My
Pimless.
Pims is gone.
Pimless, if you will. I think that means I'm going to finish my Pims. I think we need another cocktail.
Let's go again.
Yeah.
All right. So what are we doing now?
So we're gonna make a Sazerac.
A Sazerac.
A Sazerac. Maybe you guys have had one because it's a super old school cocktail. Kind of in the same vein as an old fashioned.
Okay.
Ooh, I do love me an old fashioned.
Right?
We were both about to say.
And I mean, I almost wanted to make an old fashioned, but I'm pretty sure most people know how to make that. So I thought I'd kind of bring something a little different to the table. And maybe you know, like I said, maybe you already know a Sazerac because it's a fairly classic drink as well. So to start, we're going to put a little bit of this Herb Saint.
Herb
Saint, but you could use any kind of like anise liqueur. Like you could use absinthe, you could use pastis, you could use Pernod, anything that just kind of tastes like licorice. I guess you could get away with Ramsati, but I mean, there's obviously subtle differences between each one, but screw it. You're making cocktails. Let's go.
Do it.
So you just put a little bit of the Herb Saint in there. And we're going to rinse the glass. So what happens when you rinse the glass is it adds like a faint kind of nuance to the actual taste of the cocktail.
So you're rinsing the glass with the Herb Saint.
Yeah, so I've got a bit of Herb Saint in the bottom of the glass here. I don't know if you guys can see that little, yeah, you can.
Yeah.
And I'm rinsing, and I'm tilting the glass so that as I'm rinsing, I'm getting that Herb Saint all the way around the lip of the glass. And that's the best part because when you lean in to take a sip, kind of like the way that mint was really creating a nice aroma on the Pimm's cup, you're going to smell the licorice as you go in for a sip of this.
I love it.
So I'm making 3 of them, so I'm just reusing all the same Herb Saint.
Oh, and Greg says done soon. Nice. So Greg is going
Perfect.
to do
challenge accepted.
Siggy Better Man Challenge. Nice. All right, so back to Garson now. So he's continuing to rinse the glass with the Herb Saint.
Rinse.
Rinse.
And no need to repeat. This isn't like shampoo.
Oh. Hey, speaking of that, do you guys repeat?
No.
Me neither.
What do you mean?
Well, like, because I was reading Siggy says, that was fantastic, guys. Happy Sunday. # be a better man. That's right, Siggy. I was reading the shampoo bottle the other day, and it says shampoo and then repeat. Does that mean you're supposed to
shampoo? Doesn't it repeat as if necessary?
I didn't say as necessary.
Well,
so do they want you to, like, use the shampoo twice every shower? Because I don't do that.
I have a bit of experience with hair.
Oh, I guess you do.
If you didn't notice.
Yeah. Long flowing locks.
I do have some long flowing locks. It's what I've been told it's what those in the biz would call virgin hair.
Oh.
And that is because the only thing that touches my hair is really shampoo and conditioner. There's no.
And do you repeat?
No, I don't. I don't repeat.
Go.
Like life's too short to have to be in the shower that much longer.
Makes sense.
So I just, you wash, you rinse it out, and then you call it a day.
There you go. Anyway, back to Garson, continuing with the with no need to repeat, he was saying. Anyway.
I think that's crucial stuff, by the way, like how often you're shampooing. I mean, it can dry you out. You got to be careful.
That's true.
Okay.
Especially in these winter months.
So, guys, we rinsed the glasses with Herb Saint, and I've cut some small pieces of lemon zest off of my lemon. I did 2 for each cocktail, and we're just gonna take the back of a spoon here. Any muddler will do, and we're just gonna, give that a little muddle, and we're squeezing out the essential oils from the lemon peel into our cocktail. Give it a little poke.
A little bit of lemon peel. Mike Brown says they just want to sell more shampoo. Yeah, he's probably right about that. If we all shampoo twice a shower, then that's like.
Then, your year's supply of shampoo has turned into 6 months.
6 months, correct.
It's doubled.
It's
exactly. I mean, you're using twice as much. So.
Exactly.
Correct.
They're you just got to fight the system.
So what do we got now?
So this is simple syrup.
Simple syrup with a bit of the tea, right?
That's right.
Now, question.
Yeah.
What exactly is simple syrup?
Equal part. I mean, and this is so it's just sugar and water.
Okay.
In its most simple form. And like the easiest way to do it is just equal parts sugar and water. Like I don't know what simple syrup is. Just put the same amount of both in a pot. You don't even have to. You could literally just shake it till it's dissolved. I've worked at places where they do that. But I've also worked at bars where they infuse their simple syrup with stuff. So like, for instance, this one's got chamomile tea in it. You can make it with dark brown sugar. So it's like an old-fashioned brown simple syrup. You can do any kind of tea infusions. Tea infusions are super easy and they also happen fast. But you can go a little more hardcore than that. You can start infusing things with, say, dried fruit like apricots, or fresh fruit like strawberries, or dried baking spices like cacao. So you can get really wacky.
Cool.
So this is a chamomile simple syrup, and it's going to be a half ounce of each in each Sazerac. It's similar to an old fashioned in that it's the kind of 1 sugar cube rule. You just need a sugar cube, but a half ounce of simple syrup is equivalent, or a teaspoon of just straight up sugar.
Gotcha.
So it's good to know those equivalents.
Absolutely.
When you kind of find yourself in somebody else's kitchen, you're like,
They may not have simple syrup, or they may not have. Yeah.
Nailed it. And so I did something fun, and I brought a couple options today. So we've got one bitters. This is the classic Sazerac bitter. This is a Peychaud bitter, which is actually from, and I didn't mention this, it's from New Orleans. And I don't know if I may have mentioned that the Sazerac's from New Orleans. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if you did, but that's cool.
The authentic. Anyway, I thought it said on the back here how the Sazerac, the spirit of New Orleans. Anyways, it's well known for being a sort of New Orleans drink, the Sazerac, and this Peychaud bitter is also from New Orleans. So there's a lot of history that sort of anchors the cocktail there. So I've got this Peychaud bitter. I'm gonna do 4 dashes, and actually for you guys, I'm going to put a homemade bitter. So this is a cherry vanilla bitter that myself and a friend of mine made. John Cullen, if you're out there, I know you're on vacation right now, but hey, how you doing, bud?
Hey, John.
And we made actually bar chef bitters. So this cocktail bar I used to work at in Toronto, down on Queen West, Bar Chef, they make all their own bitters there. I mean, everything's very proprietary. Their syrups, their bitters, their infusions. I mean, you can't really get a Bar Chef drink anywhere else unless you bought the book and made the infusions and the bitters. It doesn't taste just like it.
Gotcha.
This is Bar Chef bitters. It's a cherry and vanilla bitters, which is definitely in the same sort of vein as this Peychaud bitter. So that's why I'm interchanging them.
Sweet.
Gotcha.
We're going to use a 1/4 ounce.
1/4 ounce of, what was it, vanilla and
Cherry
vanilla
bitters.
bitters.
Or 2 bar spoons if you don't have a half ounce measure.
Cool.
Or a
Again,
1/4
good to know the equivalents.
Yes. It just makes you that much more savvy in environments where you don't have all your tools or ingredients with you. So we've got bitters, sugar, and lemon rind. We've rinsed the glass. I like to... So these drinks take a while to kind of mature. They need time for water to dilute into them so that they kind of reach that perfect drinkable flavor. It just has this balance. Kind of like when you stir a martini long enough. I mean, if you just put 2 ounces of vodka and an ounce of vermouth in my glass, neat, it's not going to be so enjoyable. So you need that water in there that you get from the ice. And so I'm adding ice before I've added my rye. I mean, a lot of times you see people build drinks, they just add all the ingredients and they stir it, then they pour it. But if you're making drinks at home and you want your guests to be able to enjoy it, let's say 5 minutes sooner, 3 minutes sooner, which to the guest, as I mentioned before,
it's an eternity.
It is, because you're just sitting there waiting for ice to melt, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I've just kind of expedited that process by dropping ice in there before we get there. And we're going to add 2 ounces of rye. We've got a really nice bottle of rye
so
here.
This rye, actually, I went to the liquor store yesterday to get rye for this segment. And there was a guy giving samples. Hey, sir, do you want some whiskey? I was like, I would. And it's actually pretty new, and it's Niagara Falls rye whiskey. And it's actually made from spring waters in Niagara Falls. Anyway, it was delicious. I had a little sip.
Are you sure it's not actually made of water from the falls?
No.
That I mean,
they
maybe.
just send out somebody in the Maid of the Mist every day, and he goes through the falls with a bucket.
No, he has to go over the falls in a barrel.
He has to go over the falls
and
in the barrel.
He grabs that water. So anyway, this is Niagara Falls whiskey made by somebody going over the falls in a barrel. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's what the guy said. Anyway, I bought it yesterday because of that guy.
Yeah, that's what the guy said. Yeah. He's like, he actually takes it over. He goes multiple times per day.
Every bottle, somebody has to die.
You made it so dark.
So you just poured 2 ounces of delicious rye into each glass, yes?
I did. I just put 2 ounces in, guys. It's a really simple cocktail. 2 ounces of your base liquor, and fun thing about Sazerac, similar to old fashions, you can do an adaptation no problem. So one that I really like to do with Sazeracs is brandy instead of rye, or I've had people order bourbon Sazeracs. So different kinds of whiskey. Brandy is a good one. You could go split base too, like brandy and cognac mix well with whiskey, so you could kind of have some fun with it and go like half an ounce of whiskey, half an ounce of cognac, or maybe one and a half rye with just a kind of subtle poke of the cognac in there. So you can really have some fun kind of designing the drink like that.
Gotcha.
And lastly, just to make it a little bit more aromatic, we're gonna just take some lemon zest.
Oh, the zest.
And we're gonna squeeze it over top of the glass. You just really just have to pinch it, and I wonder if I kind of do it kind of close to the camera, if you'll see tiny little... I think you did. I honestly think I may have just seen that. So I just...
A little bit of the mist.
That's right. So I sprayed the essential oil right onto the glass.
Lovely.
And then you might have noticed afterwards I took the zest and I just rubbed it around the rim and a little bit on the glass. So when you rub it around the rim, I mean, it's already all over it because this is a nice fresh lemon. You may even see it again. Pah! And I'll just grab it, give it a little one of these. Nice. A little bit on the side of the glass is nice because then the guest, it gets on their hand, and even when they're not drinking the cocktail, lemon is just following them around.
Yeah. Lovely.
So it's a nice little touch.
And one
pop,
more.
pop, pop, pop.
Lovely. And we are drinking out of the Blue Jays 92-93 World Champions glasses.
Some buttes.
Beautiful. Beauty of glass for a beauty drink.
It reminds you where you came from.
Sorry, guys.
And there we go.
So we have our beverages. All right, shall we cheers to our
We
Sazerac?
shall.
Cheers, boys.
It'll be a little strong off the top, gents, because she hasn't melted much yet.
Okay.
Ooh, you can smell the lemon.
Ooh, yeah.
My word, I could still drink it no problem.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I didn't.
That's lovely.
It didn't need to rest very long for me.
No, that's that's great.
Granted, it'll get better, but I mean, because we use that really nice bitter, we used that nice syrup and this beautiful rye. It didn't really need much time.
My hands smell like lemon.
Smell like lemons.
Just touch the glass once and you're infused.
I'm like half lemon now. It's great.
I love it because you can really feel like this drink has been. It's not just it's not just a drink. It's designed with the experience in mind.
Yes.
This is lovely. It does have it does kind of have an old-fashioned feel.
It does have an old-fashioned feel to it.
Yeah,
but it's also different.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that's different really is that it's a different kind of bitters. Like, I mean, I say that loosely because old fashions and these kind of drinks are so easy to adapt because all you have to, there's only 4 ingredients pretty much, like sugar, bitters, liquor.
Yeah.
And then it's all a matter of you changing the syrup, changing the bitter, or changing the liquor. So that's why it's very sort of in that same vein as an old fashioned because it's built exactly like one.
Yes.
Well, it's lovely.
Yeah, it's quite nice. I like it.
Once again, people, cheers. The Sazerac.
Oh my God, it's fucking, pardon me, it's good.
It's okay. It's
Beep.
yeah, we'll beep. We'll beep. That was beep. Nobody heard that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
Gents.
Very lovely.
What a
Very
nice day
Very
for a
nice.
sit down, boys.
Normally, I come on the sit down and you guys spoil me with tea and coffee and orange juice, and your mom makes lovely like breakfast sandwiches.
It's true.
It's so nice, and it's pretty refreshing to come on here and be able to spoil the lads with a couple.
Returning the
drinks.
favor here.
It's funny to me because this is my second time on the show.
Yep.
And both on my first time on the show, we were drinking then too.
That's right. That's right. Because they were on for the Christmas special, the Star Wars Christmas special.
The Star Wars Christmas
and
special.
we were just drinking some rather strong eggnogs.
Yeah, some like we basically killed a 2-6 of, it was like a
Spice rum?
of spiced rum,
Gingerbread
but it was a
spice rum.
gingerbread spice rum, so it was
spice rum.
Christmas themed.
Who made that?
It was Captain Morgan.
It was a Captain
It was
Morgan
Captain
gingerbread
Morgan
spice rum.
Gingerbread.
Yeah.
It was nice. I will say that these drinks are much better.
Well,
These are.
thank you, lads. I'm glad you like them.
On another level.
Very lovely.
Are you guys familiar with John Downer Productions?
I'm not.
All right. Well.
No.
Oh, hang on. Somebody in the chat. Hello, my name is Itam. My from is Adana.
Hello, Ethan from Adana.
Yo, what's up?
Thank you for tuning in on D Live. We really appreciate you tuning in. We're here we're here with Garson Karrel, musician, artist, drummer, who has made us a delicious drink called the Sazerac.
That's right.
Yes, very, very nice.
And we're just about to talk about John. So, as you guys know, YouTube. Well, we're on YouTube as well. But you know, how YouTube has this ability that you can sort of, they'll recommend you a video and you'll watch it, and suddenly you'll find yourself falling down this rabbit hole of just things.
The Alice in Wonderland effect.
Yeah. So John Downer Productions, he actually is a director for BBC. So these are BBC shows, but his videos specifically are about. Well, we already know that like wildlife animal videos are already very popular.
Yeah.
But maybe you didn't know that. Did you know there's an entire show on BBC where they build a robotic animal with a camera in its eye, and they send it out into the wild to interact with animals. Have you heard of this?
Whoa.
So hang on, watch this. K Elevator says, "Great Sunday morning breakfast." I agree, K Elevator.
Terry, good morning, lad.
Cheers.
Morning. Nice Sazerac breakfast here, starting our Sunday morning, and we're about to take a look at these videos. I've watched too many of them to count now, quite frankly, guys. But I really thought I'd share this with you guys. So this is one where they've built a robot gorilla baby to interact with the other gorillas. So we'll just watch a little bit of it so you guys can get a taste of what it's like. Okay.
Can everyone see this?
Yeah, you guys will see it up on the screen.
Everyone will see it up there. Okay.
So like I said, they've built a baby robotic gorilla.
Unbelievable.
So that was, and there are a whole bunch of these videos. Like, there's one with a robotic hippo, robotic other monkeys, robotic everything.
Yeah.
And I've watched so many of them, and again, I don't know why YouTube thought I wanted to see that, but they were right. So John Downer Productions.
Yeah.
Very, like that is really interesting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you are seeing things that have essentially never really been seen before.
No.
Yep.
That being said, they did have a lot of cameras that were not.
Yeah, like that's all those other angles. They must be like zoom lenses, I guess. But there's something also inherently funny every time they cut to the robot, because the robot, like, it looks really good, but to us, it clearly is a robot.
Yeah.
But I guess the animals, it's hitting all the right.
It's hitting all the
things.
right spots for them, where they're just like, this looks real.
Yep. So
What's it called? The Turing test?
The Turing?
Turing test?
Oh no,
Turing?
Turing test is what if you can tell.
Is it if you can tell if something is actually human?
Yeah,
or
if it's
not,
AI,
or like if it's AI or
Yeah.
not.
I think animals must have a lower. It must be easier for
the little robot
pass the Turing test.
pass
for
the
them.
Turing test for
That's
gorillas.
Yeah.
They're convinced that he's real. Like there was another video I watched where there was a monkey one. It was like a little monkey, but then one of the monkeys like knocked it down and like fell out of a tree, and again, because it doesn't move, they all thought it died, and then you see all these monkeys come around it and they start to like mourn it, like they think it died, like a baby died. It's really like neat to watch.
Well, it's good to see that they mourned it and didn't like, who's hungry?
Yeah. That's the thing.
Cannibalize it.
Yeah. Well, that's why you can see like these animals, they really do have like emotions. So it was pretty it's pretty neat to see.
Yeah.
So that was John Downer Productions.
I really thought that big silverback was
we'll
gonna
just
hammer
take it
smash
right
that.
out.
Yeah, I
Take it
thought it was
right
about
out.
to go for a ride.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing I haven't seen yet, because I'm waiting to be like, exactly. I'm waiting for one to be like, this is clearly not real, or this is a threat to us, and destroy it. The only thing that's happened is there was one where they were trying to go near polar bears, but they didn't have a robot polar bear. It was just like this robotic camera on like a little hoverboat thing.
Okay.
And they had that flying around, but then it sat in one place for so long that it froze to the ice. And so the polar bear was able to come up to it, and he grabbed it, and like there was like this ball camera, and he ripped it right off and like crushed it and broke it open. So like, yeah, you don't want to mess with a polar bear. But I haven't seen any of the actual robots get like destroyed by other animals yet. So maybe those videos are there. I just haven't seen them yet. But yeah. Oh, so Garson, we should probably mention. So not only are you a teacher of drums, but you are also, if somebody wants to get shredded,
That's right.
what can they do, Garson?
They can come see me down at Crudar Fitness.
Crudar.
Yeah,
Fitness.
so I'm working with Crudar Muay Thai in Kensington Market, and my area of expertise, my wheelhouse is weights, is resistance training. I've been a gym rat for more than 10 years. I guess it really started for me when I was about 18, and you're a dude coming into his manliness, you're becoming an adult, and I mean, we can't help but be inspired by people around us who are developing their body. Mm-hmm. And it's not just about getting ripped. I mean, that's a great byproduct of working out. And that's a big reason we do it. But that is not the A to B. The B, once you're ripped, is like, I mean, maybe it is for some people, but eventually it turns into more of a journey where you're like, how can I turn my body into a machine of longevity? How can I get rid of my joint pain, get rid of my muscle pain that I deal with every day in my shoulders from sitting at my desk or being on my phone or being on the TCC or whatever it is, even when we read our books.
Yep.
I mean, our shoulders roll forward, our head is down, our lower back is rounded. There's just so much postural stuff that I think a lot of people are dealing with on the day-to-day. And you just need to tune into those issues, start doing something about it, and the byproduct is you build muscle and you lose fat and you build confidence and you feel satisfied. It's a holistic experience.
Sweet. So you do personal training and you teach classes there as well, yeah?
I'm an assistant instructor for the Muay Thai. Yeah, that's actually how it got started. So the guys at Crudar, thank you so much, extended the opportunity to me. They kind of went, I think this is a good place for you. You should start. That's me right there. So that's a boot camp just last week.
Cool.
So I do teach the boot camp, and I teach a lifting class, like a weight training class there. But I'm an assistant instructor, or used to be. I haven't actually been doing this for a little bit. When I started doing the personal training stuff, I kind of really started focusing on weights, and I stopped doing the assisting. But their specialty is Muay Thai, and that's what got me into it. I started training Muay Thai, and then the guys there recognized that I had a personality and a drive to help to get involved more, and that assistant instructing spurred a love of kind of seeing transformation and supporting people in their transformation. It was coinciding at the same time that I started teaching drums, so I kind of just went headfirst down this kind of coaching path. And so one thing that's happened recently as a result of this is I got my personal training. I'm now a personal trainer there, so you can come over to Crudar, ask for Garson. And guys, I have 10 years of knowledge that I can help you build your body into an infinite machine that'll last you in the future. I'll get you started on a journey that will become a really beautiful thing for you.
Beauty. And Siggy says, tell him, Gars, and he has 4 flexing arms and a fire.
My boy Danny, yeah.
So that's also, and I must say, like, even I think anybody watching the show today can also see it, even in the way he was instructing the cocktail. I mean, you've definitely got that natural knack of passing knowledge to people. And so I think that's why you're able to apply that, and it's because, like I said, you've been a drummer for so many years, and you've already, health and fitness has been important to you. So I think it's awesome that you've managed to transition into now passing that knowledge on, because I think you're very well equipped to do that.
Thank you. Yeah, it is a real blessing to have the opportunity to do that, and again, infinite thanks.
It's almost as if you are trying to make people, stay fit and have fun. That's I think the goal.
I think what you're looking for is
keep fit and have fun.
Was that a
body break?
Yeah.
Body break. Body break.
Now we're gonna get copy strike though.
Oh yeah, oops. But
that's why I changed it, Scott.
Oh, I get it.
I'm trying to support this channel.
Well, if you want to stay fit,
become
fit, and have fun, find Garson over at Crudar. And I thought I had the website there, but it's not showing up for whatever reason. But anyway, crudar.com, KRUDAR.com to find out about Crudar Muay Thai. And you're at the Kensington Market location.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
In Toronto. So if you want Garce, this man right here, to take you on a personal fitness journey,
Guys, come see me.
Get nice and swole.
I'm not necessarily I'll go down on a bro split with you. Don't get me wrong, but I want to be there for everyone. Like people who don't necessarily want to get swole, but they do
just want to have fun and stay in shape and stay healthy.
Sure. Maybe just a loose generalization. Let's get beach lean. Know what I mean?
Beach lean. Yeah. Hey, you know what? That's important. Yeah.
And one thing with working out as well, because I find personally, just going to like the gym is tedious to me.
Yep.
It's just, okay, there, okay, all right, lift, okay, run. Doing something like Muay Thai, for instance, where you're actually doing like a fun activity where you're also getting like a skill out of that, like that's so much more appealing.
And also having a really good instructor there as well, right?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Can really help you with your motivation and make sure you're actually doing things that, because also if you go into a gym and you do things, if you don't know what you're doing, you can actually do things that can hurt you, right?
Yeah, you can hurt yourself.
For sure.
So it's good to have somebody there who actually can give you some pointers on how, right, what direction you should be going.
And then tell you what to drink afterwards.
Win-win.
It's a win-win.
Win-win, guys.
Win-win-win.
Like,
win-win.
come on, guys,
and then
get in contact
Go for
with
some
this
drum
guy.
lessons after that.
Exactly.
Honestly.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
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 Well, speaking of, actually, I should have done this after the monkey thing. But speaking of monkeys, there's a challenge that we have here on this show, Garson. And, we've all got challenges in our lives, but I think you're going to find this is the biggest challenge you will maybe ever face.
Ooh.
Ever. It's something we started in January. It's a new segment of the show, and it's a fun one, and it's also a big deal. It is, of course, ladies and gentlemen, the Barrel of Monkeys World Championship.
Ooh.
And Garson, are you ready?
I'm so ready. I'm stoked.
So
put my name on the board.
So have you ever played Barrel of Monkeys before?
I think maybe once or twice, but it was so long ago. I honestly can't remember.
It's maybe some of that muscle memory has been retained. Maybe it hasn't. We're not going to know until we go.
Well, I kind of have. I feel like I have a slight advantage because I've watched other people do this on the show.
That's true.
So I kind of know some of the struggles that they went through.
Yeah. So that maybe that'll pay off. There's only one way to.
Only time will tell.
Only time will tell. So let's explain how it works. So for the people at home, you already know, but I'll tell you. This is Barrel of Monkeys, the classic game. Inside this barrel, 13 adorable little monkeys.
These are they're not real monkeys. They're like the robotic.
They're like the robot monkey.
They're like the robot
monkey.
monkey.
The robot monkey. Yes, exactly. 1 minute timer starts. You pour out the barrel of monkeys. You pick up a single monkey. You use this monkey to pick up another monkey. You use that monkey to pick up another monkey. If you end up with 2 monkeys hanging on the same monkey, that still counts as 1 because that's 1 layer. We're counting layers of monkeys. It's just to stop people from taking the first monkey and trying to grab 3 monkeys at once. You can't do that.
Okay.
So these are the monkeys, and Garson is prepping his area,
his workstation.
Yeah.
I will hand you the monkeys.
Okay, here we go.
And are you ready? Can you take care of the cameras, Taylor?
Yes.
So Taylor will tilt it down when we're ready to start. And well, Garson, do you have anything to say before you start? Oh, you know what we should do? We should remind people of the current standings as they are right now. So if we take a look at the current standings, we got scottdionbrown and Regina Lena tied for first at 8 monkeys. In second place, Nina Kiri did an amazing job last week. She leapt into second place, tied with Juice. They are both at 7 monkeys. We got Barry Cito with 6 monkeys, Blue Opaline 5 monkeys, and Latin Train Trio. The entire trio, unfortunately, with 2 monkeys.
Wait. Like all 3 of them tried and neither of them could get...
No, so you pick. They had to choose one representative, and they chose Nelson.
Oh.
And Nelson was only able to get 2 monkeys. The reason I say the entire trio is because last week in the chat, Greg was like, "Can you change it to just Nelson's name to remove the shame of the trio?" And I was like, "No, Greg.
No.
You win and you lose as a team,
Yeah.
Greg." So the Latin trained trio got 2 monkeys.
You nominated Nelson, so.
Correct.
It's almost like you can say the Latin train didn't make it to the station.
Not that.
Oh.
So that's how that goes. But Garce, are you ready to do this?
I think I'm ready. So just to clear up everything.
Yep.
I'm going to dump all the monkeys out,
Correct.
but then I'm going to grab one monkey
grab one
from the
monkey.
pile, and then we go.
And use it, yes. But at this point, the lid has to be on.
Okay.
Oh, you gotta shuffle.
And then we set the 1 minute timer. Give it a little shaky, yeah. There we go, there we go, there we go. Okay, so let me just prep the timer here.
Yeah.
And you will have 1 minute
Okay.
to make history happen, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're cutting to camera 2. Here we go. We are starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right.
Obvious grab here. Here's where it starts to get tricky.
10 seconds have passed.
Lost my guy.
Now we should mention that at this point, Garson has had a Pimm's cup as well as Sazerac. Will this...
Oh, that was a good one. Oh.
We have 30 seconds remaining, ladies and gentlemen. 30 seconds remaining. Oh, okay. 20 seconds left.
No!
Oh.
You lost one. You lost a monkey, ladies and gentlemen. 10 seconds.
Never lose your monkey, guys.
5, 4.
Come on.
Time, ladies and gentlemen. And how many do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 monkeys. 5 monkeys, people. Now, I will say that's not a bad time. It's not a bad time.
It's not awful.
It's it's not you didn't it's not
Just say it, Scott. It's crap.
well, well, let's take a look.
Where am I on the board here?
Let's take a look at the standings here. Okay. Where are we here? If we go down to these, so let's take a look at the standings and just see where we're sitting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's funny how we're seeing where we're sitting on the standing.
Seeing where we're sitting on the standing. You know what? That's some of the stuff you get here on the show. That's some of the stuff we do. So we're sitting here. You got 5 monkeys, so that will place you. You'll be tied with Blue Opaline. That's not bad.
I'm okay with it.
If you go alphabetically, Blue Opaline's actually ahead of you.
Well,
Right.
So
Yeah.
how...
we don't do that here.
If you change your name legally, we can...
We can bump me up, but I have to go for an A. So maybe I'll just go arson.
Arson Karrel. You know what? That's kind of cool, actually.
Yeah.
That could be like that could almost be like your personal training stuff.
Yeah.
Like, Garson Karrel, feel the burn.
I kind of like that.
Ooh.
I think there's something with that.
Like
I do.
That's
There's something there. There's something there. I mean, it's rooted. It's obviously connected to me.
yes.
But then there's just a streak of passion, of energy through it.
Feel the burn. Feel the burn.
Arson Fitness, feel the burn.
Arson
Wow.
Fitness.
Wow, guys.
So once again,
I've got a lot of work to do when I go home because there's a lot of
Update all
pillars
that
of
stuff.
business being set down here.
need a logo, something to do with fire, I guess.
And no one also works out in your favor.
Should be just a dude's head with flaming ginger hair.
You're a natural redhead. The fire's already a part of you.
It lives here.
It lives in. You're even wearing red. It's like you're a Power Ranger.
I love the Red Ranger, guys.
There you go.
He's the original.
Look at history's
The original
being made.
leader.
What?
The original leader.
He's the number one from the
is
start?
Red Ranger.
Yeah, Red Ranger was the
course.
original Red. Yeah, Jason.
And then eventually Tommy.
Tommy eventually took over.
He
kind
became
of as
like the
leader.
greatest Red Ranger of all.
That's right. He did become a Red Ranger. That's right.
He's like the Power Ranger.
That's true.
He is the Power Ranger.
So once again, reviewing the standings, Scott Dion Brown, Regina Lane is still tied for first. Nina Curie and Juice still tied for second at 7. Barry C2 at 6. And Garson and Blue Opaline tied at a respectable 5 monkeys. 5 monkeys.
I like how you kind of put respectable in front of that, because when I look at the standings, all I see is like 6 names ahead of my name.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
I'm not even on the board, so it's.
Oh, wait.
Think of it that way.
We were going to have you. Do you want to do one? I mean, you are here.
I feel like I probably should.
Yeah, I think you kind of should, because, you know, you're like Regina and I both did it once when we were on the show. Maybe you should.
Absolutely.
I can do that. I think we can do a double segment.
It takes 1 minute.
All right, why don't you go? So why don't you go around?
So I'll move over here.
So Taylor's going to head over to the competition area, and yeah, it makes sense because Regine did it, and I did it. Okay, so so tilt the camera down there. All right, so that's right. Okay, let me just.
Let's see what happens.
So now, Taylor the Brown now has taken his seat here, and it makes sense that you would do it. It does make sense. All right, so Taylor, you know the rules. You know, I don't need to explain it, and that's great for the mic.
All right, so
sounds such a good thing.
So when do I pour? When do I start?
When the minute timer starts, you pour. So right now the thing is on the table.
Am
so
I
now
allowed to take the lid off?
No, the barrel is there on the table. Okay, we're going to the timer. We start in 5, 4.
What about the music?
It's coming.
Oh, okay.
5,
I want the fun music.
4, 3, 2, 1. He's poured out the monkeys.
Oh, wow. Off to a quick start.
His
Wow, he
first
got a
guy
good
had
pour.
one.
He got a good pour, guys.
He got a good pour.
He's got some arms already exposed. Yeah, he's got a nice technique, too. So, I mean, I noticed
Yeah.
that if I kept my arms low,
Uh-huh.
like, see what he's nailing.
He's got a good technique.
He got a really nice pour, too. Because all the arms are just out for him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He's making
30
that
seconds.
low arm.
30 seconds remaining.
Whoa,
wow.
that's a dub.
We are seeing something here. We're seeing something here happen.
Oh, forgot.
That looks like a pretty long line of monkeys. Can he make it? We're at
I think I might just stay like this.
We're at 15 monkeys. 14
guys.
He's already in a good
Because
spot.
Actually, don't do anything. Don't do
like,
anything. 1, 2,
like I'm
3.
just. I think I'm just gonna wait it out.
Hey, wait,
or
you get one more.
Or am I going with one more?
Yeah, get one more, and then
3,
you take first.
I think I'm already in first.
1.
Are you sure?
Time. Freeze. We are counting. 1, 2. Let me
3,
count.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
You don't count the one in your hand.
What?
You don't count the one in your hand.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
not fair.
It is fair. If we counted the one in your hand, then it would not be fair, actually.
No one.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8
True.
monkeys. Well, I will say that's still a very good number.
Yeah.
Could I have gotten one more?
It
it would have been
really hard.
very difficult.
You
It
could
would
have-
have been very difficult.
You may have dropped one trying to get that last
Yeah,
one.
exactly. Like I did just there.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know what? I'll take it.
All right,
I'll
so
take that.
updating the monkey standings. So Taylor, you are tied for first right now. You are tied for first.
And I haven't played Barrel of Monkeys. Solid 25 years. I would say at least a solid 20
All right,
to 25.
So I guess I have to
Maybe
follow
more.
the thing, and the most recent person goes at the top.
Yes, that makes sense.
Updating the standings.
So it just goes to show you don't need to practice Game of Monkeys to be really, really good at it.
sometimes it just comes together.
Right now,
8
over me.
monkeys. So there we go. Those are the updated standings. Taylor Brown leaps up to tie with Scott Dion Brown and Regina Lane at 8 monkeys. Nina Curie, we read all the others. There we are, people. There we are. You're going to check his mic, his camera.
There we go.
That looks pretty good.
Good in center.
Yep. Well, what do you think, guys? You think we should maybe wrap things up here?
I mean, are we at the hour mark?
We're at the hour and 32-minute mark.
I guess. I don't want to. I'm having fun.
It has been.
We've drank all necessary beverages.
We have.
We
Yeah.
did.
Oh, Mike Brown says that looked like 6 to me. I counted the one in his hand. Didn't know the rules. Oh yeah, no, the one in his hand does not count. Does not count.
I actually wasn't made aware of that rule.
Oh wait, your mic's off. Your mic's off. Your mic's off.
My mic's off.
There
Okay,
you
there we go. See, I wasn't actually aware of that rule. which is why it was probably around, I'm sure if we went to the playback, you would see around maybe the 20-second mark.
Yep.
I just stopped.
Because you thought you were in first.
Because I was like, I have 9.
Ah.
But really, that 9 was a German 9.
Perhaps I should. You know what I will say?
No.
Maybe I should have.
You do not have 9.
Maybe I should have let him know. But I will say, though, I don't think we've ever made that aware of people aware of that before. But then again, we've never had a situation where the person stopped purposely.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll have to adjust that in future. But you're still tied for first.
That should be. You should let people know beforehand.
We will.
They should know the rules, right?
They should know the rules if
Correct.
they want to play the game.
Yeah.
It would make yes.
Well, I gotta say, this was, I think, a fantastic episode.
It was amazing.
Did you guys have fun? Garson, did you have fun?
I did. I really did.
I've had a lot of fun being here. Yes.
Yes, Taylor, wonderful. Thank you for co-hosting. It's good.
I'm happy to fill in.
Yeah.
Regine, hope you're having fun.
Hope you're having a wonderful time over in the Philippines.
Wonderful time over in the Philippines.
Well, Garson, once more, where can people find you?
You guys can find me at buddy.drums on Instagram.
All right,
Send me an email at gkarrel@live.com. Reach out to me. Let's do drum lessons. If you want to hit me up for personal training or come take one of my classes, come to Crudar Muay Thai in Kensington Market. I teach boot camps there, although not at the moment, but I do sub in from time to time. And I might start my own boot camp again. I've done a couple boot camps. The WTFU boot camp you may have seen on Instagram. The Wake the Bleep Up boot camp. 7 a.m., guys. It's a really nice boot camp. It's kind of, again, in my niche, sort of weight training oriented. And that's where you guys can get me.
Beauty.
Buddy.drums on Instagram, gkarrel@live on the email.
.com.
That's it, yeah. And Crudar Muay Thai, guys.
Lovely. Taylor, where can people find you?
You can find me, I guess, on Instagram and Twitter. I am Taylor the Brown. Obviously, Brown is my last name. Just of the was too long to fit into my handle. So it would have been Taylor of the Brown.
Well, Taylor the Brown works.
But Taylor the Brown works.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's the best place to find me and follow me on my adventures.
Lovely.
And,
nice.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Well, you can find me right here where you're watching the show, whether you're on DLive, whether you're on Twitch, whether you're on YouTube. You can find me right here at Scott Dion Brown. YouTube is the most fun because not only do I post, that we have the show here, but I also post videos regularly, so you can see my covers there. Yes. You can also find me on Instagram and Twitter right here. But those are really just satellites for my YouTube channel. So find me on YouTube, Scott Dion Brown, subscribe, watch my videos, and come tune in and watch this wonderful show that happens every Sunday right here at 11 a.m. on The Sit Down. This was a lot of fun, guys. I enjoyed this very, very much. Mm-hmm. Garson, thank you so very much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming on the show. Appreciate it, buddy. Thank you for making these delicious beverages.
Delicious beverages.
I may make the Pimm's cup a new
regular.
Honestly,
it's delicious.
It's a staple.
It was very delicious.
It's a beauty.
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie, you might be making me one more before you leave,
guys. We've got a whole bottle here.
That's probably gonna happen. Actually,
we're probably gonna have to.
We're probably gonna make more. Yeah.
It's gonna be a great Sunday.
Here's a fun little challenge. If you think you know the ingredients of Pimm's, let us know in the chat. Only 6 people know in the world.
Oh,
Could you be one of them?
Are you one of them?
Are you one of them?
Are you gonna let us all know?
Are you?
Are you one of them?
Or are you a mole and they don't even know there's a leak in their recipe and you have it?
This is your chance. This is
Become
your
a
chance.
star. Become a star.
Know. Right in the chat, right below. Let us know.
Let us know the herbs.
We won't tell anyone. Well, actually. No. Anyways, once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much. We'll see you once again next week. Regina's still going to be away, so you're going to come back and host again? Maybe? Yes, maybe yes.
I guess we'll find out.
Wait and see. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Garson.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being here.
My absolute pleasure.
Thanks for coming, buddy.
And we'll see you guys next week. Bye.